Hello everyone, my name is Mike and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to review MoviesRUSA.net. They are a website that sells hard to find and rare Blu-ray and DVDs. I'm also going to answer the big question, are they legit? And if they are, how are they able to get away with selling the titles that they have? Also, I'm going to share my own personal experience with them. And what I can tell you, it has not gone well. So get ready for my review of MoviesRUSA.net. Before I get into my review of MoviesRUSA.net, first of all, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Just look at that beautiful red button with the white text. It's just calling your name. It's like saying, hey you, come over here. Yeah, subscribe. Look at me. I'm big, bright, and red. Subscribe. Just hit me right now. Subscribe, subscribe. Oh, and also be sure to give that like button a good whack. Not a smash. Everybody says smash. Smash that like button. It's like one person said it and then everybody else is like, I gotta say it too. And now everybody's saying smash that like button. Well, I'm not really one of the cool kids, so I'm gonna just say smack it. Just smack that like button. Just give it a good old smack. Of course, if you like this video. Alright, let's talk about MoviesRUSA.net. First, I want to tell you about who they are. Then answer the big question everybody has. Are they legit? And then I want to tell you about the quality of their products, as well as my own experiences with them, which have not gone well. They claim to have started over 15 years ago as a website that was offering out-of-print DVDs. And then over time, as they've grown, they began offering out-of-print, rare, and hard-to-find titles on both DVD and Blu-rays. They're also a media-on-demand company. Now, I assume they don't have a big building with inventory. I don't know for sure. There's nothing about that. What I think they do is when you purchase an item, they will then burn it to the disc for you and then send it to you. They also offer stuff that's available exclusively to streaming services like Disney+, Apple TV, Netflix, Paramount. And the big question is, how are they able to get away with that? We all know Disney. Disney would not let a website get away with selling their content on physical media unless it had their permission. And so, this company does claim to have that permission, to have exclusive deals with these streaming services, as well as film studios and television studios. And the studios themselves and the streaming services actually send them the content. So that's how they're able to offer this. So, for example, Disney Plus sends them season 1 and season 2 of The Mandalorian, and Netflix sends them their movies like Bird Box. Seemingly, they are legit. It does seem that they have these deals, and common sense would tell us that if they were lying about it, they would have been shut down by now. There is no way that they could have gotten away this long selling content, especially from Disney, without being shut down. So, the answer to the question, are they legit, is yes. Now, the next question is, what do they offer? So you will find stuff like television shows from the 1970s and 80s that are not available on Blu-ray on Blu-ray. You will find Disney shows like The Mandalorian and all the Marvel TV shows on both DVD and Blu-ray. I happened to find the movie Splash on this website. And just to give you a little bit of a story about Splash, Splash was available on Blu-ray. It was available. And then a couple years ago, it went out of print. And now Disney happens to own Splash. And Disney doesn't really show much of an interest in putting movies on Blu-ray and 4K. So how do they do it? Somehow they were able to get that file, the original Blu-ray file or whatever the content was that was available in the Blu-ray that used to be in circulation, and they're able to offer it to us. So those are the kind of titles that you will find. All right, now I would like to talk about my own personal experience with MoviesRUSA.net. And what I can tell you, it has not gone well. So I placed my initial order back in May of 2022, and I should let you know that the prices are quite high. They are very pricey, like a Blu-ray for $35. However, they do have great sales, where many times they will have 40 to 50% off. I happen to get 50% off my entire order that day. They also do something else, which I actually have to look it up right now to see what they call it. It's called Power Buy. A Power Buy is you're looking at the title, and then it'll say, buy now with Power Buy, and the title suddenly drops much lower in price, and I believe it's timed, so it's for a certain amount of time. Many times they do offer 50% off sales, 40% off sales, and you can get these titles for half the price. And it's always the whole order. So you could get how many movies you want and TV shows you want, and then get half off your order. So pretty cool. They showed up about a week later. They are located in Vermont, so if you live on the other side of the country, it might take a little longer for your order to arrive than it did for me. So the first time I ordered, the titles showed up in a box. I ordered a big handful of stuff. I was pretty excited about it. Well, my first impression when I opened the box was not good. As I took out the Blu-rays and a few DVDs I had purchased that are of titles that are not available on Blu-ray, not available anywhere, the first thing I noticed was the quality of the artwork on the DVD and Blu-ray jackets. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. The ink was faded. The text on the back you couldn't read. It was blurry. The quality was so bad. And the other thought I had was, okay, I got these on sale. I got a discount. But what about those people who are paying full price? Who's paying $35 for these titles? And then this is what they're getting? So ultimately, and this is why I don't have them to show you, and I wish I did, I just didn't think things were going to go this bad, where I would be forced to make a video. I ended up taking out the artwork and scanning them into my computer, putting them in a photo program to put some contrast in the color, and then print it on better quality paper. The way they print those DVD and Blu-ray jackets is they use standard bright white printer paper. They're not using brochure paper, which is actually a very similar paper to what the studios are using. They don't use photo glossy paper. They don't even use a high quality cardstock. No, what they are using is your standard printer paper. They're not using high quality at all. That is the first negative with them. So 1 star on that one. All right, what about the disc themselves? So I open up the disc, and they get a 5 star, because the quality of the print on the disc, the art on the disc, is perfect. It is as good as Hollywood. It is nice, crisp, clean, sharp lines, in focus, great color quality, looks perfect. And they don't use a label where, the horrible labels that you put on a disc. They actually use a printer. So they print right on the disc. So no problems there. That's a 5 star right there. All right, now I want to talk about the quality of the video. So I got a bunch of titles, and I'm going to go through a few of them right now. So the first one was Splash. I had purchased Splash, and I was a little concerned, would Splash be the DVD transferred to Blu-ray, or would it actually be a high-definition version of the movie? So I popped it in, and sure enough, it was the high-definition version. It looked great, actually. The best I've ever seen it. Fantastic. Now, I should note that most titles do not come with special features. Some of them don't even really have menus. It just goes right into the movie. There's no chapters on many of these titles. So, those are a little bit of things you got to sacrifice in order to actually have the movie and be able to watch it when you want to watch it. The next title was Satisfaction. This is an old movie from the 1980s with Julia Roberts, Justine Bateman, Liam Neeson. So this movie has never been on Blu-ray, and I'm not sure if it ever will be. So with the quality that I have here from MoviesRUSA, it's actually really good. It's acceptable. It is, not the best high definition, but it's certainly way better than anything I've ever seen. So that gets a 5 star. The next title, Greyhound from Apple TV. Greyhound was superb. The quality was stunning. I would say near 4K quality. I mean, it looked fantastic. So I was very happy with that. Again, no menus, no chapters. It just goes right into the movie. looks fantastic, and I don't have Apple TV, so I was happy to be able to not only watch this movie with Tom Hanks, but actually own it as well. The next title I opened was Bird Box, the Netflix movie starring Sandra Bullock. So I popped the movie into the Blu-ray 4K player that I have. It immediately began playing the movie, as there are no menus with it, and it looked terrible. Absolutely terrible. The aspect ratio was completely screwed up. The image was actually being pushed down, like being squished. So what was happening is everything was being elongated horizontally. It looked really bad. So I'm like looking at this, I'm like, what is this? But because the other titles looked so great, I just thought maybe this is a mistake. I bet, because they are a media on demand company, when they went to burn it, somehow they did the wrong setting and it just got screwed up. Whatever. Mistakes happen. I get it. So I sent them a message that day. It was a Saturday. Their response was not good. And I was friendly. I understand mistakes happen. I have my own home businesses. Once in a while, I'll make a mistake too. So I just didn't want to give them a lot of heat on it. I just was understandable and just wanted to get a corrected copy. So I told them about the problem and received my order today. The artwork was a bit faded on everything, but the titles all looked great. The quality of the video was fantastic, so thank you for that. However, I do have a problem with Bird Box. The image of Bird Box is stretched out. It seems to be an aspect ratio problem. What can you do to fix this? Their response is not, "We are sorry to hear this," or "We're so glad you liked the other titles and that you had a good experience with that," or "We're sorry you feel that way about the print. We got to keep costs down," whatever that may be. No, nothing. What they said was, "None of our other customers have a problem with this. Why do you? Nobody else has complained." I'm not complaining. I'm simply telling you that there is a problem with the title. There's a problem with the aspect ratio. Well, we can't see it on your end, so we can't take your word for it. We don't know what kind of machine you have. It's probably playing it wrong. No, actually it's not. It's a modern machine. It's only a couple years old. Not only that, I put it into my computer where I have a disk drive. It's doing the same thing. The same problem. The aspect ratio is screwed up. Yeah, well, we can't take your word for it. Nobody else complains about it. Nobody else has a problem. So, really? That's how you respond to a customer? You don't apologize for the mistake? Like, the proper way of doing this would be, "Oh, we're sorry to hear you have an issue with your order. We would love to help you." So after some back and forth, finally they say, "Look, we can't take your word for it, so just send it back. Here's the address, and when it gets back to us, we'll look at it." All right, fine. So that's what I did. So I send the title. About a week later, they don't respond. They had received the title in just days. I sent it like first class, so they got it in a couple days. So I'm waiting and waiting, no response. So finally, I respond back to them and say, "Yeah, I see you received Bird Box. What's the deal with this?" After a delayed response, they respond back with, "Yeah, Netflix is sending us a new copy, a corrected copy. And once we have that, we'll get it out to you." Okay, great. Fine. No apology. No, "Hey, we're sorry for accusing you of complaining or having an issue and nobody else did. Obviously, there was a problem and Netflix admitted to it. And they're sending us a new copy to correct the problem." Like, none of that. No. So it seemed that Netflix must have given them their copy fairly quickly, because a week later, I had the movie again. And guess what? It was still bad. It was still stretched out. Whatever. So I let that one go. I decided to use my video editing program, put it in there, unstretch it. That was my solution. I have Netflix. If I want to watch it, I can watch it on Netflix. So I let that one go. I should note that Bird Box was my second order with them. Even though it didn't go well, it wasn't enough to stop me from buying from them. I moved on from that one and continued to purchase from them. My last order was placed, and this is important, this date is important, August 10th, 2022, August 10th. I am recording this video on October 25th, 2022. So 2.5 months later. And these dates are significant for what happened with this order, because this order, things went very downhill. This has been a terrible experience. I realize that I'm going to be doing some nitpicking here, but I believe that it's important for the overall experience of what took place. So I placed my order on August 10th. I received it about a week later. Great, excellent. You know, they are fast with shipping. I had my order. I was pretty excited about it. I really wanted to see The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2. That was probably what I was most excited about. I open up the box, and the first thing I notice is that Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, which was part of my order, is not in the box. So I send them a message. That day, I didn't want to waste any time. Just a nice, simple, friendly message. Hey, I understand mistakes happen, but you forgot to include Paranormal Activity Next of Kin in my order. Can you please get that out to me? Their response was, and here's where I'm nitpicking, sorry about that, we'll send it out. And that's it. So I said, well, thank you very much. Thank you for answering me so quickly. No response. They never, ever say you're welcome. Never. They never say hello. And they don't really admit responsibility. Just sorry about that. Not about, but bout. Yes, I'm nitpicking. But again, the proper way would have been to, oh, hello, we are sorry to hear that. We will do what we can to make this right. You know, something like that. Something that shows that they are remorseful for making their mistake. And I absolutely understand mistakes happen. I wasn't angry about it. Mistakes happen. So I go look through the other titles that came with it, including The Mandalorian. I popped the discs into my Blu-ray 4K player, and something is odd. So I'm on Season 1, and once again, the print quality on the disc is great. So it says it's Season 1, I put it in, and it says, for Episode 1, it says, previously on The Mandalorian. I'm like, previously? Well, how could there be a previously? It's Season 1, Episode 1. There is no previous. There's nothing. It shouldn't be a previous anything. So that seemed off to me. So I take that out, and I go put in Season 2. And it's the same thing. So I start comparing the discs. As it turns out, they had burned Season 2 of The Mandalorian on the Season 1 disc. And my thought at this point, I'm starting to get aggravated because I'm like, this company makes a hell of a lot of mistakes. I wasn't going to be a jerk about it. I was going to be understanding. I send them a message that day and say, yeah, I popped in The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2 is actually burned on the disc. Can you please make this right? No response. Nothing. So I gave them a couple days to respond. Maybe they're busy. Still no response. So I contact them again. All they say, it's in the mail. That's it. That's their only response to this. Not, can you send the disc back so we can have a look at it and fix this problem? No. Not, oh, we're really sorry to hear that this happened. Sometimes mistakes happen like this. We will fix this. We apologize. We are sorry for this happening. No. Nothing. Zero. All right, so it arrived about a week later. Guess what? Same exact issue. Season 2 on the Season 1 disc. Now I'm angry. I just told you that there was a mistake, and you don't go and look to see what the problem is to fix it? You go and make the same mistake again? And what really upset me most about this was not even the mistake, was the fact that you don't value your customer. That you're not willing to make it right. Like if I screw up in my business, I'm going to make sure that I make the next order. Like if I have to go send a replacement item, I'm going to make sure it's perfect. So I contact them again, remaining friendly the entire time. Hey, look, I understand mistakes happen, but you sent me the disc, the replacement disc, and it's the same issue as before. I can't even watch Season 2 because I don't have Season 1. Can you please send me a corrected copy? And also, before you do so, check the disc. Please make sure the proper season is on the disc. Okay, thank you very much. No response. Nothing. So I wait. And I wait. A week goes by. No disc. 2 weeks go by. No disc. Did they even send it? I haven't gotten a response from them. So I contact them. And what do they say? It's been shipped. That's it. No tracking number. No, we're sorry for the delays. We're sorry for this. Nothing. Simply, it's been shipped. They didn't send me a tracking number, so I gave them a couple of days. Now it's their last day, September 29th. They are about to go off on a nearly month-long vacation. They don't get back till September 26th. So not much time now to get this taken care of. So I contact them again, And I said, yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I'm not getting any response. I haven't received the replacement copy for The Mandalorian. Can you please tell me what's going on? So after a few tries that day, I finally get a response. And the only response I get from them is, it's been shipped. That's it. It's been shipped. Nothing else. No, we apologize for the delays, this and that, nothing. All right, so I'm assuming that they haven't shipped it at all, and now today they're going to ship it out. So in a week, I should have it. So a week goes by, I don't have it. 2 weeks go by, I don't have it. 3 weeks go by, I still don't have it. It is now September 26th, and they have returned from their vacation. I still don't have it. So I give them a day. Let them settle in. I figured they probably have a lot of messages. I contact them again. Where is my title? So they respond. According to tracking, you already received it. It was delivered on this date. No, it wasn't. I never received it. What are you talking about? Again, not friendly. They are not friendly. So I go and look up. I asked for the tracking number. As it turned out, they were referring to the replacement copy from the initial problem. They never sent a replacement for the bad replacement they sent. I think there's some kind of confusement here. Maybe you're not understanding, so let me try to be a little more clear. So what's going on here? You messed up the order twice. I totally understand that. I understand mistakes happen. I've been understanding this entire time, but you simply will not send me the corrected copy. They were really nasty in their message. Really nasty. They started to accuse me of having red flags of piracy. That I am full of red flags. And that I'm proving that with all of my angry outburst. And that I'm trying to screw them. That I didn't get actual bad copies. No, I'm just trying to steal from them. Let me tell you one thing right now. You never, in any business, ever accuse your customers of anything if you don't have actual evidence of it. They screwed up my discs. Don't turn it on me. I'm the customer. I paid you money for a product and you have not delivered the proper product. You have not delivered what I ordered. And now you're making me the bad guy? You're making it like I'm the guilty one? Why do I, the customer, have to go through this? It's a stupid disc. One disc. And I'm going through all this crap. Then they ask, well, did you return the bad discs? And I said, you never asked. All you said is, it's in the mail. That's it. You never apologized for it. You never took responsibility for it. You never said you were going to fix it. All you said, it's in the mail. You never asked for them to be returned. However, if you had and gave me the address, I would have done so. I'll do it now. I still have them. I will send them both to you. I got the address and I sent them back. But they were just nasty. The way they run their customer service is the lowest of the low. They're not friendly at all. They don't say hello. They don't say thank you. They don't say please. They don't say you're welcome. They don't take responsibility for their mistakes. They're just very rude. And they have been rude to me ever since the very first message. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. Maybe everybody does. But they suck at customer service. They suck at it. I send them back the copies. They received them just a couple days later. And I gave them time, and a week goes by, and I'm still not getting any response from them. So I checked the tracking. It was delivered to their P.O. box, which is their exchange address, and they had picked it up, so they physically have them. I send the message on October 13th, and I say, so what's going on? And again, being friendly, even after that horrible exchange I had with them, I'm being friendly. You received the bad discs on so-and-so date. So what's going on? Are you going to fix the problem and send me the corrected copy? Can you please let me know what's going on? This person, whoever contacted me, played dumb about all of it. Yeah, what's going on? I'm not aware of any of this. Can you please let me know? And we'll look into this and make sure we get the replacement out today. I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, here is a timeline of everything that happened. And everything I just told you in this video, I told them. No response. Hours later, I finally get, okay, we'll get this taken care of today. So I respond back. I'm like, you're going to ship this out today? Yes. All right, excellent, great. Sounds good. All right, I really appreciate your help. No, you're welcome. No response. That was August 13th. It is now August 25th. I still have not received the replacement copy. I still don't have the corrected copy 2.5 months after my initial order on August 10th. So did they even send it out? Are they mocking me? What are they doing? Yesterday, I sent 2 different messages. Both have gone ignored. I'm checking right now to see if there's a response. No response. Nothing. They are completely ignoring me. This company screwed up these titles, and they are not taking responsibility for it, and they won't. So now what they have done they have my money, but I don't have the product I order. I don't even have the bad discs. They were sent back. That is my experience with MoviesRUSA.net. Look, I would never tell anybody not to buy from a company, and I'm not going to do so here. That is up to you to decide. What I will say is that I personally would never and will never buy from them again. They are a horrible company. They make mistakes, and they make a lot of them, and then they don't own up to those mistakes. And they don't apologize for those mistakes, and they don't try to make it right. Instead, you're the problem. When it was Bird Box, it was me that was the problem. I was complaining, even though it really was screwed up. When it comes to The Mandalorian, I have red flags of piracy. They're accusing me of lying to them when they made a mistake, and they won't own up to it, and they won't fix it. Maybe this guy who runs it is an egomaniac. He's like, well, I'm the only one who does this. So you either buy it from me or you don't get it at all. And maybe that gives him some ego trip, or if he feels like he's some kind of invincible god, where he can treat people like garbage because, hey, if you want it bad enough, you'll still buy from me. I don't know. So it's up to you. But be prepared. First of all, my advice is, if you get a problem disc, send it back. You contact them immediately and you ask for their exchange address. Remember that. I'm going to put the text right now. Exchange address. I'm not going to post the address because they do use a P.O. box. The P.O. box could change at any time. They could change their address. Contact them on their website through their messenger and ask for the exchange address. And tell them you got a bad disc, you want to send it back for an exchange. The next thing is make sure in that same message you ask them to please check the disc before you send it. Please make sure the right content's on there and that everything is corrected. Don't let them just send it to you. 3, as much as they are jerks, stay friendly. Be friendly in the beginning. Try to get a solution. Don't just come off as being a jerk, because they're jerks as it is. They won't even try to help you. They're just jerks. That is my advice and my review on MoviesRUSA.net. I personally will never buy from them again. I actually hate them. I don't do a lot of review videos here on my channel, but if you have seen any of them, I've done Kohl's Import, which I believe to be one of the worst companies I've ever dealt with. This company, by far, is number 1. They are the number 1 worst company I have ever dealt with. Rude, obnoxious. They make mistakes and don't take responsibility for it. 2.5 months later, and there's still not a solution to my order. And they now are choosing to completely ignore me. They are horrible. Absolutely horrible. So that is my review. Thanks for watching.